Unit 16 Chemistry in Everyday Life. Objectives. After studying this unit, you will be able to visualize the importance of chemistry in daily life, explain the term chemotherapy, describe the basis of classification of drugs, explain drug target interaction of enzymes and receptors, explain how various types of drugs function in the body, know about artificial sweetening agents and food preservatives, discuss the chemistry of cleansing agents. From living perception to abstract thought, and from this to practice, we are learning. By now, you have learned the basic principles of chemistry and also realized that it influences every sphere of human life. The principles of chemistry have been used for the benefit of mankind. Think of cleanliness. The materials like soaps, detergents, household bleaches, toothpastes, etc. will come to your mind. Look towards the beautiful clothes. Immediately, chemicals of the synthetic fibers used for making clothes and chemicals giving colors to them will come to your mind. Food materials. Again, a number of chemicals about which you have learnt in the previous unit will appear in your mind. Of course, sickness and diseases remind us of medicines. Again, chemicals. Explosives, fuels, rocket propellants, buildings, and electronic materials, etc., are all chemicals. Chemistry has influenced our lives so much that we do not even realize that we come across chemicals at every moment. That we ourselves are beautiful chemical creation and all our activities are controlled by chemicals. In this unit, we shall learn the application of chemistry in three important and interesting areas, namely medicines, food materials, and cleansing agents. 16.1 Drugs and their classification. Drugs are chemicals of low molecular masses from 100 to 500 micrometer. These interact with micromolecular targets and produce a biological response. When the biological response is therapeutic and useful, these chemicals are called medicines and are used in diagnosis, prevention, and treatment of diseases. If taken in doses higher than those recommended, most of the drugs used as medicines are potential poisons. Use of chemicals for therapeutic effect is called chemotherapy. 16.1.1 Classification of drugs. Drugs can be classified mainly on criteria outlined as follows. A. On the basis of pharmacological effect. This classification is based on pharmacological effect of the drugs. It is useful for doctors because it provides them the whole range of drugs available for the treatment of a particular type of problem. For example, analgesics have pain-killing effect. Antiseptics kill or arrest the growth of microorganisms. B. On the basis of drug action, it is based on the action of a drug on a particular biochemical process. For example, all antihistamines inhibit the action of the compound histamine, which causes inflammation in the body. There are various ways in which action of histamines can be blocked. You will learn about this in section 16.3.2. C. On the basis of chemical structure. It is based on the chemical structure of the drug. Drugs classified in this way share common structural features and often have similar pharmacological activity. For example, sulfonamides have common structural feature. D. On the basis of molecular targets. Drugs usually interact with biomolecules such as carbohydrates, lipids, proteins, and nucleic acids. These are called target molecules or drug targets. Drugs possessing some common structural features may have the same mechanism of action on targets. The classification based on molecular target is the most useful classification for medicinal chemists. 16.2 Drug target interaction. Macromolecules of biological origin perform various functions in the body. For example, proteins which perform the role of biological catalyst in the body are called enzymes. Those which are crucial to communication system in the body are called receptors. Carrier proteins carry polar molecules across the cell membrane. Nucleic acids have coded genetic information for the cell. Lipids and carbohydrates are structural parts of the cell membrane. We shall explain the drug target interaction with the examples of enzymes and receptors. 16.2.1 Enzymes as drug targets. A. Catalytic action of enzymes. For understanding the interaction between a drug and an enzyme, it is important to know how do enzymes catalyze the reaction. In their catalytic activity, enzymes perform two major functions. First, the first function of an enzyme is to hold the substrate for a chemical reaction. Active sites of enzymes hold the substrate molecule in a suitable position so that it can be attacked by the reagent effectively. Substrates bind to the active site of the enzyme through a variety of interactions such as ionic bonding, hydrogen bonding, van der Waals interaction or dipole-dipole interaction. Second, the second function of an enzyme is to provide functional groups that will attack the substrate and carry out chemical reaction. B. Drug enzyme interaction. Drugs inhibit any of the above mentioned activities of enzymes. These can block the binding site of the enzyme and prevent the binding of substrate or can inhibit the catalytic activity of the enzyme. Such drugs are called enzyme inhibitors. Drugs inhibit the attachment of substrate on active site of enzymes in two different ways. First, drugs compete with the natural substrate for their attachment on the active sites of enzymes. Such drugs are called competitive inhibitors. Second, some drugs do not bind to the enzyme's active site. These bind to a different site of enzymes which is called allosteric site. This binding of inhibitor at allosteric site changes the shape of the active site in such a way that substrate cannot recognize it. If the bond formed between an enzyme and an inhibitor is a strong covalent bond and cannot be broken easily, then the enzyme is blocked permanently. The body then degrades the enzyme inhibitor complex and synthesizes the new enzyme. 16.2.2 Receptors as drug targets. Receptors are proteins that are crucial to body's communication process. Majority of these embedded in cell membranes. Receptor proteins are embedded in the cell membranes in such a way that their small part possessing active site projects out of the surface of the membrane and opens on the outside region of the cell membrane. In the body, message between two neurons and that between neurons to muscles is communicated through certain chemicals. These chemicals, known as chemical messengers, are received at the binding sites of receptor proteins. To accommodate a messenger, shape of the receptor site changes. This brings about the transfer of message into the cell. Thus, chemical messenger gives message to the cell without entering the cell. There are a large number of different receptors in the body that interact with different chemical messengers. These receptors show selectively for one chemical messengers over the other because their binding sites have different shape, structure and amino acid composition. Drugs that bind to the receptor site and inhibit its natural function are called antagonists. These are useful when blocking of message is required. There are other types of drugs that mimic the natural messenger by switching on the receptor. These are called agonists. These are useful when there is lack of natural chemical messenger. 16.3 Therapeutic action of different class of drugs will be covered in the next video.